Hey everyone, it's your thirsty friend, Sleepy Reader. Today I want to show you some stuff I got from a Steve Rude Kickstarter. I actually got this a number of months ago. Let's see, is there a date here? And I've been kind of procrastinating on showing lots of stuff that I've basically been hoarding during this COVID year. So maybe I'll start putting out more videos where I show all the stuff I've been piling up. It was a Kickstarter essentially for Steve Rude's sketchbook, which he used to do every year and he hadn't done for a number of years. So he was kickstarting a special edition that would have sketches from many years. And there were lots of add-ons. I used to just buy the individual books from his web store back in the day. You know, I have like 2014 and there's 2013. So they were always I think, both just sketches he'd done for fun and a lot of commissions, which he would, keep a printable copy of so that he could do these sketchbooks. Here is 2010. Maybe it's also something he could sell at cons. I don't know. So to get this sketchbook, I was tempted by all these add-ons and I ended up giving into a lot. I don't remember asking for one of these cheap little backpacks, but there that is. And then the main thing I took the version of Kickstarter that included the t-shirt. So I haven't even worn this t-shirt since it mailed to me because I wanted to show it in a video. It came with a commemorative coin, a thumb drive, Steve Rude 2015-2020 sketchbook thumb drive, one's own sketchbook with a cover with the same Steve Rude image and its own Steve Rude pen, a Steve Rude sketchbook bookmark, of course, a postcard. That's a different image, at least. What is this? I'm not sure what this is. I think it's more postcards. You know what? I'm going to turn the camera around in a minute and we'll take a closer look at some of this stuff. A signed print. Man, I don't remember ordering all this stuff. Is this more than one inside there? I'm not sure. And then a special bonus book when he hit his extra goals. It's a 2020 Spidey booklet. I haven't looked inside yet, but I assume it's Spider-Man related paintings and drawings, obviously. Oh, it looks like a wraparound cover. And then the whole thing that I came here for in the first place, which is a sketchbook. And nowadays, when you on Kickstarter, a lot of these things, when you go, you have to confirm your order, and then they upsell you on stuff. And I let myself be upsold on a sketch cover. Now, the next thing I did from Steve Rude had even more upselling, and I was pretty upset. And I don't know if I'm going to do any more Kickstarters, to tell the truth. But I asked, I think. I was able to request what the sketch would be. It's funny that there's just a little bit of red there. But this is supposed to be a new god. And my order for the sketchbook was, for the sketch cover, I'd prefer something Nexus related or Kirby Fourth World. Though we'll be happy with anything Steve feels like drawing. Thanks for all the great artwork over the decades, dude. Steve Rude Dude is one of my all-time favorite artists, especially for superhero-ish type of art. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll take a closer look at the sketchbook and some of the other stuff. Okay, I have no idea what I would do with this coin, where to even keep it. Are people into these kind of things? I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it, but I just haven't heard anyone ever talk about it. I'm not going to take it out of this container for the moment. There's that. It's 8 gigabits, which is pretty small these days. I guess these must have all been part of the stretch goals, I'm assuming, which is good that he did well. All I really wanted was the sketchbook and that t-shirt. So yeah, let's take a look in this sketchbook and see. That's what it looks like. Oh, you can see the marker went right through that special cover. Of course, Nexus, his most famous character. And I really enjoyed the Nexus comics. I know a lot of people say bad things about his writer, Mike Baron, but I feel like Mike Baron did a great, whatever Mike Baron's personal problems are, I think he did, or if they are problems, I don't know. I think he did a great job as a scripter on Nexus. It was a team effort. But what, the art is, it would not have been so special with the art. Oh man, I love that. Look at that. What does it say? First in a series of sketches of Quatros based on another character. This is based on Jack Kirby's MODOK. Yeah, it has a MODOK vibe. He's very Jack Kirby influenced, very Toth influenced, they say. I'm sure he's got a lot of other influences too. He does paintings and drawings. First original piece of art I ever bought was a Commandy page by Mr. Rude. There's also an interesting documentary about him that at least used to be on Amazon. I haven't checked to see if it's still there. But it has a lot to do with his mental health problems, actually. Which might be why we don't see him in mainstream comics that much. He may not work well with others. Or work well. He has his very high standards, I would say. He's an uncompromising kind of guy. Batman. Maybe I'm going too quickly. I noticed that in real life, it's long enough to take a look at a page for me, but when I put it on a video, it seems to go by too quickly. Man, oh man, wouldn't it be good to get him doing some Marvel comics or some DC comics? But of course, I shouldn't. Oh yeah, like some New Gods drawn by Steve Rude would be heaven for me. But of course, corporate comics, I don't blame him for not wanting to work there. I assume he mostly makes a living by commissions and sketches and things like this Kickstarter. He does have... I did sign up for his next Kickstarter. I haven't received the book yet. I've seen other people on Twitter mentioning they've received it. It's a big, expensive hardback book. But for now, I've decided to kind of quit doing his Kickstarters. Holy cow. So much in here. Well, because it's supposed to be a sketchbook for, 4 or 5 years. Oops. Oh, there's a self-portrait. That's kind of cool. Let's look at a few more things. He likes Wonder Woman. I've seen a lot of paintings by him of Wonder Woman over the years. I wonder if that's his wife. I have a feeling it is. Oh, picture of Steve's wife, Janelle, just because he loves painting her. This definitely feels like, that's a weird... Feels like the color here ruined the art, I have to say. Okay, let's take a look at the this bonus Spider-Man book. This is closer in size to his old yearly sketchbooks. That's a nice painting. Okay, I'm not sure why we're looking at John Romita art, just that this page influenced that painting, I guess. But no, that cover influenced it. So, did he work on a Spider-Man story? I'm not sure. Or these are just sketches he did maybe for people asking him to do pretend Spider-Man covers. He obviously likes the ladies in Spider-Man's life. A lot of fans perhaps asking for them, I suppose. Request, an homage to the infamous Face It Tiger, you just hit the jackpot, but with sexy MJ in lingerie. Request, hot, suggestive MJ, maybe nude or semi-nude or in sexy lingerie, but not obscene. Awaiting the stunned Pete. The artwork could be an homage to the infamous Face It Tiger, you just hit the jackpot, but more suggestive. Okay, so there's some horny Spider-Man fans out there calling on Steve Rude to fulfill their fantasies, eh? Bob Dylan reference. Oh, Nexus and Spider-Man, I like that. Oh, I like this go-go dance competition. Steve Rude to me is the beginning of what I would call retro modern. We have a number of artists out now who give you that retro feeling, but there's something more to their art than you would have found, or something on a slightly different level than you would have found in the art of the day that they reference. Kind of like Darwin Cook, but Steve Rude came well before Darwin Cook, of course. Or, who's the artist? Oh well, I'll think of him later. I think Cho is one of the artists I was thinking of. So I guess this shows us Spider-Man Lifeline issue 1. Did he do art in something called Spider-Man Lifeline? I don't know. I have to look that up then, because I certainly want to own all Steve Rude comics. Oh, that's a nice one. That would be cool if there is a Spider-Man comic out there drawn by Steve Rude. Okay, quick look here. Let's see, what is this package? I think my daughter is done with her virtual school. I hear her stomping around upstairs, which means in a moment she'll be coming down. What is that? Are these just all ads for different things? An assortment of old postcards, maybe. I think that's what it is. Hey, Bugaloo, I'm just almost done filming this video. Galactic Alert. That's, I think he redrew the Nexus cover that was drawn by, the very first Nexus cover that was done by Paul Galassi, who they hired a name artist to help sell their first issue way back in very early 1980s. This Nexus was probably one of the first of the 80s indie comics that I ever came across. I did come across that Nexus #1, the black and white, and got it and read Nexus for several years following then, and then fell out of buying comics regularly because of money and came back and later caught up with all the Nexus. Man print. And this sketchbook is a notebook. I could sketch on lined paper, I guess. I think that's a bit ironic. And last but definitely least is this pen, which no doubt is one of those cheap corporate pens My old company used to have a lot of those, and they would not last very long, but they were good to hand out at conventions or conferences. Okay, well, thanks for joining me in my Steve Rude obsession. And yeah, I'll probably do another video about Steve Rude at some point. Talk to y'all later.